So I will be sharing you a question and will give you some time to solve it. Okay.
Play.
So today your mentor won't be able to conduct this session. So I am conducting. My name is Dhruv Rawat. Okay, sorry. Am I audible now? Am I audible now? Yeah. Sorry for the inconvenience. So what is happening here? You are given a L array, you are given a R array. Okay. So the first element of both the arrays, what does it signify is L of 0 and R of 0. L of 0 is 2 and R of 0 is 5. If I point them in the number line, so it is representing a set of range 2, 5, 2, 5. Similarly, 1 and 3. If I plot them in the graph, 1, 3. So this is a different range. Similarly, 3 and 9. What is L of 3? L of 2 and R of 2. This is a range. 3 to 9. This is a one range. So from 3 to 9, I have another range. So I have been given some ranges in with the help of two arrays. Okay. And I have been given a maximum integer, which means the maximum value of the range. So in this example, what is the maximum value of the range? So I can see that 9 is the maximum value of any range. So we have been given with these things. And now what is asking is, if your task is to return the maximum occurring integer in the given ranges, if more than one such integer exists, then you have to return the smallest one. Now what it is telling us, it is just simply telling us to find the most occurring integer, or you can say in simple terms, most common integer in all given ranges. Out of all the given ranges, so this is my range 1, this is range 2, 3. So all of these ranges, what is the maximum occurring integer? I can clearly see that in this range from 1 to 3, my 3 is covered. 2 to 5, 3 is covered. In 3 to 9 also 3 is covered. So 3 is occurring in 3 ranges, 3 set of ranges, which is the maximum number of time. Let us see between 1 and 3. This is one set. 2 is also coming, 1 is also coming, 3 is also coming. Between 2 to 5, 2 is also coming, 3, 4, 5. And between 3 to 9, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are the integers occurring in the range. Now, what is the maximum occurring integer? I can see 2 is appearing here, but it's not appearing here. So count of 2 is appearing 2 times. Now 1 is only appearing here. It is not here, not here. 3 is here also, here also, here also. 3 is appearing 3 is appearing 3 times. Similarly, now 4 is appearing here, 4 is appearing here, but it is not appearing here. So it is 4 is coming 2 times. So similarly, I have to return the maximum occurred integer in my given ranges. Let me know in the comment section if you guys understood this question, what is asked in this question, what task you have to perform. How many of you understood the question? Or should I explain again? It's no problem if you guys did not understand the question. I will explain it again, because if you do not understand the question, then how will you understand the solution? So it is very obvious that first you have to understand the question itself. Okay, I'm giving the question link. Yeah, please remind me. I always forget.
Yeah.
I've sent you the link. Okay, just go through that. Sorry, I have sent personally to someone. Here is the link. Did you guys understand the question? Then we will proceed. Okay, I will explain it again. No problem, no problem. That is why I'm here for. Basically, you are given some range. Okay, if you have read about the set chapter in 11th class. So similarly here, you are given some set of ranges. Okay, you have just forget about the question. Just you are given some set of ranges: 2 to 3, 1 to 5. These are some set of ranges: 3 to 9. If I deploy them on the number line from 1 to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Because till 9 my last value is 9 in the given ranges and the first value is 1. If I deploy them on the number line, if I visualize them, first I try to plot 1 to 5. So 1 to 5. Now 2 to 3, 2 to 3, then 3 to 9. Now I have to find what is the most common integer in all of the ranges. I have to return that integer which is appearing in maximum set of ranges given range is given. So from 1 to 5, 1 is coming, 2, 3, 4, 5 are coming. In my second range, 2 to 3. So this is the common part of I have to take the intersection. Okay, intersection of all them. And what is the maximum? Sorry, don't complex it with the intersection. So in this range, my 1, 2, 3, 4 are 5 are coming. From 2 to 3, 2 is coming, 3 is coming. From 3 to 9, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 coming. I can clearly see that 2 is coming in 2 ranges. 3 is coming in 3 ranges. 4 is coming in is appearing only in my one range, which is this range. 4 is appearing only here, not here, not here. Similarly, 5 is appearing only here. 5 is appearing here also and here also in 2 ranges. Similarly, 6 is appearing only in this. 7 is appearing only in this set, in this range. Now, can you visualize and tell me which is the integer that is appearing in most of the ranges? Is it 3? Yes or no? So you just have to return. How will you solve it now? And that too, just see the constants first. So what is expected time complexity order of n plus max, which is approximately order of n only. And expected space complexity is order of max. What is max? Did you forget? Max is the maximum value of all of the ranges. So 9 is the maximum value in the given ranges. So approximately linear time complexity it is requiring us. So how will you solve it? I'm giving you some time. Okay, take your time, analyze. First, think about the brute force solution. I have muted myself again. Am I audible? Yeah. Hello. Yeah. Using hash map. Yeah, you can try. Try to solve that. Let me know in the comment sections your approaches also. Yeah, so yeah, we can, however, use the hash map also, but how many times you would have to run the loop here? Just think about the time complexity. Time is up. Now, let us understand how can we approach this. Okay, so yeah, yeah. So the brute force was correct. Your solution, like we could use the hash map, or without using hash map, we can also store it in an array. We can create a char array. Sorry, char array exactly. We can make a array of size of the maximum value. Okay, and what we can do, we will run a for. What we will do first we will run a for loop I is equal to 0 till I less than the length of the ranges, because both of the arrays are having same length. Because 3 3 3. Now what we can do, we can take the first elements of there. So let's suppose L is equal to L of I, R is equal to R of I, Li, Li. And we can run a for loop here from Li till Ri. We store that in our array. Oh, we could use a third variable, k is equal to starting from Li till Ri. We just increase the frequency of this element where we are traversing in this particular range. Okay, and then what we will do after calculating the frequency of each and every element. So this was my array that I built from. This was 0 till 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. See, I have to take the range from 1 to 9. So what will be the size of array that I will have to declare if I want my elements to be present from 1 to 9? My index, if my indices are from 1 to 9, then what shall be my size of array? 10. Yes, because I have to include this index also. But we know that the numbering indexes start from 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Till 9, I have to declare my array size of 9 plus 1. Okay, whichever is the maximum element present in my given ranges. Out of the maximum element, I have to declare an array of plus 1. And now I am storing their frequency. So in my 1 to 3, so first was the 1 to 5. So 1 to 5, 1 to 5, everything is appearing 1. So I am increasing its frequencies. 1 is appearing 1. Initially, everything is appearing 0 times. Okay. When I create my array to store the frequency, you can say this is frequency array. Initially, everything was at 0. From 1 to, you can say from 1 to 5, I increase the frequency of each element. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Then again from 2 to 3, I increase the frequency of my second value present at the second index. Second and third, I increase their value. Then from, what was the range from 1 to, sorry, 3 to 9 then. So 3 to 9, I have to increase their value frequency. So here 2, it was coming 2 times. Now it is coming 3 times. It was coming 1 time. Now it will come 2 times. Similarly, I increase their frequency. So this is how I built my frequency array. Now what will I do? I will just run a for loop in this frequency array, and I will just maximize my answer. Maximum of frequency array. But it will give me the frequency, so I want the number. So we can write here using a if condition also. So if my a of, you can say, if my frequency of a of I is greater than my current maximum element, then I will increase my frequency, and I will store that in my. So this is the frequency which I am dealing with, but I have to store the index. So maximum index, you can say, is equal to I, and at last I have to return this. So how much time complexity is taking? For n number of ranges, I am running for loops how many times? So worst case in this can be order of n, order of n. Worst case can be order of n. And I have to run a for loop first till the size of the L and R ranges. So what is the size? 3 tasks are given. So if there are n number of tasks and in each task I am running a for loop n times. So order of n square will be the time from complexity here in this case. So this was not the efficient approach, but in the question it is asked to solve in order of n plus max. So let us see how can we solve it using that. Yesterday, are you guys aware of prefix and suffix max, prefix and suffix minimum, prefix sum and suffix max, prefix sum, suffix sum? Let me know in the chat box. Yesterday, I also gave you some 2 questions to practice. Did you guys solve it? Okay, if you guys have that any doubt in those questions, you can ask it at the end of this session. Okay, so let us see how can we solve this question now. So I was given some ranges, suppose 1 to 5, 3, and 3 to 9. Now, first I will tell you the solution, then I will come to the intuition that how did we got this solution. First, I am just explaining you the solution. Then I will tell you how did we come to this solution. Now, what will I do? First, I will create my array of the maximum value is 9. Array of I will create, this is max. It is given in the question that it says max. So I will create an array of max plus 2 size. Okay. And initially I will fill every index with 0 value. Okay. So starting from 0 till max. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. First I will build this array. Now 1 to 5. So here what you can see is one was appearing one time. If I make write it also, one was appearing one time, two was appearing 2 times, three was appearing 3 times, four was appearing one time, 5 was appearing 2 times, 6 was appearing 1 time, 7 was appearing 1 time, 1 time, 1 time. So this was like I have explained you like drawing this diagram, but these are the values. Now 1 to 5, what will I do? In this my given range, at the first index, I will add 1. 1 to 5. This was the given range. Then from 1 to 5, then to 3, then 3 to 9. I will add plus 1 here, and I will add, what will I do? I will add in my array, you can say array, I will add if this was particular range, then I will add plus 1 in the starting value, plus 1 here, and I will add minus 1 in the ending value plus 1. Ending value 5 plus 1. I will add minus 1 here. Now, in the second range, 2 to 3. Similarly, in my 2 to 3, what will I do? I will add plus 1 here and I will add minus 1 in 3 plus 1. So, plus 1 here, then 3 plus 1. I will add minus 1 here. Okay. So, plus 1, minus 1. The second, third range, 3 to 9, I will add plus 1 at 3 and minus 1 at 9 plus 1, 10th place. Plus 1 at 3 and minus 1 at 10th place. Now I will take their sum. I will just calculate the prefix sum. Prefix sum I will calculate. So if I plot them here, so here was 0, then plus 1, then here I did plus 1, 1, minus 1, 0, minus 1, 0, 0, 0, minus 1, 0. Okay. I have what I have done, I have added plus 1 in the first index, minus 1 at the fourth index, 1 to 3. Sorry. 1 to 6. So from 1 to 5, I have done this. Now what will I do? I will take the prefix sum of this. I think everybody knows how to take the prefix sum. So 0, 0 plus 1, 1, 1 plus 2, 2, 0 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, 3. Starting from here, I am adding every element. So 3 minus 1, 2. 2 plus 0, 2. 2 minus 1, 1. 1 plus 0, 1. 1 plus 0, 1. 1 plus 0, 1. 1 plus 1 minus 1, 0. 0 plus 0, 0. I will explain you. I will explain. Just listen. First, I am explaining you the solution. Then I will explain you that why we come to this solution. Why we did this. First, I am explaining you the solution only. Then I will tell you why we are doing this. Okay. Don't worry about that. So now what we are doing, we are taking the prefix sum array. So can you see what is the maximum value in this array? 3. Where it is occurring? Third position. This means my most occurring element is 3. Okay. So 4 is appearing 2 times, 5 is appearing 2 times. You can also refer this ranges also. Okay. This is what I have done. This is just the similar copy of this. Can you see this array which I plotted in my, you can say, graph, and I have concluded that 1 is appearing one time, 2 is appearing two times, 3 is appearing three times, 4 is appearing one time. So if you match them, then this is similar. Similar we have got here. Understanding? Yes or no? Earlier, what we were doing, we were counting the frequency of each element present in the range. So 3 was appearing three times. So this was the conclusion array, or you can say conclusion, that 3 was appearing three times. 4 was appearing one time. 5 was appearing two times. Similarly, I have gotten my same frequency array. Yes or no? Let me know in the chat box. Is it identical? Earlier, we were using too many for loops in each and every array, and we were storing the frequency. And when we visualized it, then we got this. Are we getting the same here also? Yes or no? So once I have constructed this, now I will just need to just run a for loop, and I will just have to pick the maximum occurring element in this constructed prefix array. Maximum of maxi comma prefix of I. And this will just give me the most occurring integer. First, if you have understood this, yes or no, then I will tell you how we came to this solution. Did you guys understood this solution? How we are approaching this? Just let me in the chat box at least 5 yes, I know. Only 4 or 5 students have understood this. Now, no problem. Now let us see why are we actually doing this. So basically, first see why am I declaring the size of array as max plus 2. So because when I'm calculating the sum from 1 to 5, so 1 to 5, so this is this array which I got. Yeah, this was the array that I got, 0 1 1 1 1. So from 1 to 5, 1 to, sorry, 1 to 5 I'm talking about, 1 to 5. What do I mean by writing this? So like just take a simple example, 1 2 3 4 5. What do I mean by adding plus 1 here and minus 1 here? What do I mean that I want to highlight, or you can say visit, my current range. So my current range is 1 to 5. I want to, you can say, visit each element from 1 to 5, and I have to take the count of that so that I have visited them. So what I'm doing, I'm starting plus 1 here, minus 1 here. Why? Because ultimately what we are doing here, what were you doing in the previous approach, hashing? What you were doing, you were increasing the frequency. You were increasing the frequency of 1 to 5. 1 1 1 1 1. This what you were doing in the previous approach. With the help of hash map, we were increasing the frequency of each element in the given range, yes or no? And what I'm doing here, instead of running the for loop for for each and every range, so for 3 to 5, you will again run a for loop. for 2 to 6 you will again run a for loop. I am instead using single loop. In single loop, I am able to count the frequency of every element in the range. So suppose 8, 9. This was our array, and ranges were 1 to 5, 2 to 3, 3 to 9. These were the ranges. So earlier I am first increasing the frequency from 1 to 5. Then again I am running a for loop to increase the frequency from 2 to 3. Then I am running a for loop to increase the frequency from 3 to 9. This is what was I doing in the previous first approach. Here what I am doing is just I am putting +1 here and -1 here. So that when I take the prefix sum, so +1, so initially everything was 0. So that +1, 1 plus 0 is 1. So 1 here, then 1, that its frequency is 1. Then 1 plus 0 is 1 only, its frequency is 1. That I am counting it for the first time. Then 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. So you can see, using my prefix sum, I have calculated the frequency of the range from 1 to 5, first range. Now, once I have calculated the frequency of elements from 1 to 5, but what will it do if I do not put -1 here? Then prefix sum will continue to do its work. It will continue to add the elements. So 1 plus 0 will be 1 here. 1 plus 0, 1, 1. It will continue to add. But once my array range is finished, I want to end the count of each element. So what will I do? To end this, I will just add -1 here, -1 here, so that whatever was my prefix sum, that will be cancelled, because you can see that its effect is coming here, its effect is coming here, its effect is coming here, because we are summing from left, and the effect of this addition will be seen here, effect of this addition will be seen here. So I have to eliminate the effect. That is why I am doing -1 here, so that 1 plus -1 will be 0. Understanding? Yes or no? Because we are taking prefix sum. Are you guys able to understand? Similarly, if I plot everything, then and I take the summation, then I will get the same output as the first approach. Are you guys able to understand? Let me know in the chat. And what will be the time complexity in this case? We are just, first we are building an array of max plus 2. So one more question that might arise is why we are declaring max plus 2. So as the maximum range was 1 to 9. So I have to put the 1 here and -1 here. Okay. So max plus 1 length is still here. Now when I do the prefix sum, then we know that its effect is coming here. So the addition of this will be seen here. The addition of all the elements till here will be seen in the next index. That is why I have to define the next element also. That is why I am declaring an array of size max plus 2. So the space complexity in this case will be max plus 2, and the time complexity will be, what will be the time complexity? So here you can see I have declared my array max plus 2 size. Then I am doing this increasing +1 at the initial range, and then decreasing and putting -1. In my right index +1, and then I'm just uh, doing the prefix sum, and then I'm checking if the maximum frequency that I get. So that will the maximum frequency, but I have to return the index. So I am returning the index. Understanding now? So the time complexity here will be order of n plus maximum, because here we are running the loop n times. Here we are running the loop till the maximum value of the range. So n plus m. And the space complexity will be order of max, because we are declaring a new array. So we are taking a space in the. How many of you have understood the question? How we are doing this? So once I have constructed this prefix array, I will find the maximum frequency of the array. This is the maximum frequency. So maximum frequency of what? This could be 8 also, 8 or 9. So this is the maximum frequency. Once I've gotten the maximum frequency, I do not want to return the maximum frequency. Okay. I don't have to return this. I have to return where it is, which is the integer that is giving me this frequency. Which is the integers that is giving me this frequency. Suppose 3 is coming 8 times. So we will run a for loop in our array. It will give us the maximum frequency is 8. So f of I will be 8, but I have to return the index, the integer which is giving me the maximum value. That is why I am checking the maximum frequency, and I am also updating my maximum integer, or you can say index. How many of you have understood this? Let me know in the chat. See, in the question it was given we have to return the smallest. Obviously, when we are traversing from the left side, obviously we will first encounter. Suppose 3 is coming 8 times, 6 is also coming 8 times. So when I will run the for loop in my frequency array, when I will run the for loop in my frequency array, if my frequency array of I is what I am doing exactly here is greater than, have written greater sign here, is if frequency of I is greater than my, so this was the maximum frequency, you can say the first element frequency I have taken the maximum frequency. Okay, so if I have not gotten any, then I will return this first element only. So if suppose I'm here at 3, its frequency is 8, and suppose my maximum frequency till now was 0. So if 8 is greater than 0, then only I'm updating my maximum integer, which is 3. Suppose in future I come here, now its frequency is 8, and my current frequency is also 8. So I will not even go in this, I will not even consider this. So ultimately my answer will be the first only, the smallest one, as we are traversing from the left side. Understood? Okay. Now do this question, everyone. So shall I share the code for that question or not? Okay, okay. Try this, everyone. Sorry, I have again muted myself. So what you can go through here is that you have been given an array nums. You have to return an array such that answer of I is equal to the product of all the elements except itself. Okay. Product of the array except one. Suppose it is 1, 2, 3, 4. You are given this array. So corresponding, I have to create a corresponding array in which here I have to return the product of all the elements except this. 2, 3, 4 is 24. Similarly, corresponding to this, I have to return the product of all the array elements except this. So 1 into 3 into 4 is 12. Similarly, here in my answer vector, I have to store the product of all the elements except my current number. So 1 into 2, 4, 2, 2 into 4, 8. Similarly, and I have to return this this array. Understood the question? Yeah, I will share the link. I hope that everyone, if anyone has not made an account on Lead Code, I would urge everyone to please at least make an register in the Lead Code. Lead Code. So I'm giving you 10 minutes. You just solve this. So let us see how can we solve this question. So what is the first approach that comes to my mind is that first it is telling that the product of all elements, okay, is in the limit of integer, it is telling us. So what can I do? What can I do in this case? So 1, 2, 3, 4, this was my array. What can I do here? I take the product of first I take the product of whole array. So what is the product? 24. What can I do is, out of this product, I will divide my current element. If I want to store the answer of this in this vector, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is my array. I want to store the answer for them. First, I take the product. Out of this, I will divide each element. So if I want to find the answer for this, I will divide 24 by 1. It will be 24. Now, if I want to find the answer of this, which means what is answer? Product of every element except this element. So first I take the product of every element. Out of the product, if I divide it by 2, this means 1 into 2 into 3 into 4. This is my product. If I want to find the answer for this means I have to exclude this element from the product. So if I divide it by 2, then this means I have excluded this product. I have excluded this element from my product. So I am getting the product of rest of the elements. So it will be 12. That would be my answer. Similarly, to find the answer for this, I will divide the total product of the array by the current element so that I can get the rest of the product of elements. So this is what one approach is this. But do you see where this approach will fail? Suppose I take my array 1, 2, 0, 4. So, and I am calculating my answer. Yeah, if the element is 0, then we cannot divide it. If I want to find the answer for this, first of all, the product of the whole array will be 0 only. And if I divide any element, so it will be 0. But if I divide, suppose the element is 0 itself. So 0 by 0 will give me not defined. It will throw error. So that is why this approach we are not going with. And it is saying that we have to optimize it also. Because one more approach was using 2 for loops. Okay. Like if I'm here, then I'm excluding this. I'm running a for loop here. One for loop to pick the element. Suppose I pick this element, then I will again run a for loop to find the product of this side, and again run a for loop to find the product of these elements, and then I take their multiplications. So this is order of n square. This is also not efficient approach. What we can I do? And yesterday someone asked that how can we like get intuition that we have to use prefix or suffix sum in some questions. Prefix, sum, max, min, anything. So whenever you are able to solve any question in order of n square, and you have to decrease it to order of n, so you have to apply some technique there. So can you, in this question, can you think that what will happen if I already computed, if I already pre-computed my answers, if I already pre-computed the, so what was happening in this previous approach? Like when I was telling you that you run a for loop to pick element, then you again run a for loop to find the left side product of left elements. Then you run a for loop to find the elements present on the right side. Yes. So what if I already know the product of all the elements from where I am standing? What if I already pre-computed it? Suppose I'm standing here. Instead of running a for loop to calculate the elements product in the left side, what if I already know what is the element product of elements here? You can connect to the yesterday's problem. What if I standing at here? What if I already know what is the product of all the elements towards my right side? This is where the concept of prefix and suffix arrays comes into place for pre-computation, so that we don't need to calculate again and again. Now, let us see how can we pre-compute it. 2, 3, 4. This means that once standing at these positions, once I know the product of left subarray, product of right subarray, once I know its product, let's suppose its product is x. Let's suppose the product of all the elements in the right subarray is y. Once I know them, then I can just simply multiply x. I can just simply get their products xy and store it in my corresponding answer array. Yes or no? So let us see how can we pre-compute it. Suppose I'm standing here now. I know that nothing is present in my left side. Nothing is present in my left side. Also, I have to also remember one thing, that I don't have to include, I have to, you can say, exclude the current element from product. Okay. If I'm standing at I is equal to 2, here, I'm standing here, then while pre-computing, I have to, while calculating the product of the left subarray or right subarray, I do not have to include this. This is one thing that you have to remember. Now let's see how can we do. Now, there's nothing present on the left. So what will I write here? This is my, you can say, prefix left, or you can say left subarray. Left array I'm computing here, and I will form another array. This will contain the elements, product of all the elements in the left subarray, and this will contain the product of all the elements towards the right subarray of my current index where I'm standing. So I'm standing at this position, I is equal to 0. So I know that the product of uh, elements present on the left side of 1 is nothing. So what will I write here? I cannot write here 0 because here if my x is 0, then x multiplied by y will be 0 only. But I know that excluding this one, product of elements is 2, 3, 4, which is 24. And excluding this. So if I write here 0, Sorry, here I'm, yeah. If I write here 0, okay, and then in the suffix right array, I have to write the product of elements excluding this in the right side. So 2, 3, 4, it is 24. So this is similarly here. This is my x, this is my y. So this is my x, this is my y. I take the product, will be 0. So I will come later to this. Okay, don't connect it. Just simply see, if I write here 0, this is my x left part, this is my right part. Okay. And at last, what I am doing, I am taking the product of left and right subarray. So x into y is what I am doing. So if one x is 0, so product with anything in the right will give me 0 only. But I can clearly see from my naked eyes that product of right is 24. So in my answer array, it will be 0 if I take x multiplied y, which is left subarray, right subarray multiplication. So to overcome this, what will I do? I will write 1 here. 1 is representing nothing because the products, now we move further. I come here now, I2. Now what will I do? I have to write here the product of elements on my left side. So what will I do here? Will be equal to the previous element I minus 1 multiplied by the product of all the elements till my previous index. Why? Because I don't want to include my I. That is why. So product of all elements towards left, and this is the previous element. So for this, I have already handled the edge cases, so I have fixed this one. Now I will run a for loop from I is equal to 1. Okay, we will run a for loop from here because I have already written the answer for this. Now, to calculate the prefix left array, the product of left elements array, what will I do? I don't have to include this. This I know that I don't have to include this. So what will I do? I will take the whatever element is present here and multiply it with the previous element only. Because I don't have to include this. So 1 into 1 is 1. So I will write here 1 only. And I can also visualize it that the product of the elements towards its left is 1. Now when I come here, again what will I do? I will pick the product of elements till now. Till now it is 1. And I will include this time. I will include this element because previously I have excluded this element now when I was calculating the prefix left array for this. So I was viewing this, searching this, and for this I have to search till here. So the product of the elements till now multiplied the previous element. So 1 into 2 will be 2. Similarly for this, I have to take the product of all the elements till now, which is 2, multiplied by the previous element because I have to include this time, which is 6. So you can also imagine that except for this, what is the product of all the elements of the array except 4, which is 6 only. So I have built my prefix left array. Now similarly, I will build my suffix right array. First, I know that nothing is present on the right, so I will write here 1 as it is. Now for calculating the, I will run a for loop till here from here. So for first, what will I do? I will already pre-compute it. So suffix of suffix right of n minus 1 will be 1 only. Then I will run a for loop from I is equal to n minus 2 till I greater than equal to 0, I minus minus. And here what will I do? For this, what is the prefix left array till now? 1. And now I will include this element also. 4 into 1 is 4. Now calculating this, what is the product of right elements till now? 4. But I have excluded this element before. So now this time I will include this element. 3 into 4, 12. For this, what was the product of all the elements towards right, which is 12. Till here, 12 was there. The product of all the elements till now was 12. I am talking about this. When I'm standing at this position, what was the product of all elements was 12. And in this 12, I had not included this 2. So this time I will include this 2. So for this, 12 multiplied by current element, which was not included. So I will include this 2 also in my current product where I'm standing. Where I'm standing here now. So in this current, so 2, 3, 4, 12, 24. Now once when I have pre-computed my prefix and suffix left array, I explained you this before also. Here, once I have already known that what is the product of all elements in my left and right. So suppose this is x, this is y. So here what will I store? The product of x and y. So in my answer array, what will I store? I will run a for loop and answer of my I will be corresponding product of elements which I have already pre-computed. Prefix left of I multiplied by suffix right I. I will fill this my array by doing this. This is simply, you can do it like this. This is x, this is y. For this, y is stored here, x is stored here, corresponding value. Understanding now? The product of all elements on the left is stored here only, but here only, in this index only, but in this prefix left array. Product of all the elements towards the right is stored in this index only, here only, at ith position only, but in this array. So I am just running a for loop and picking these elements and multiplying them and storing it my answer. Did you guys understand? How are we doing this? And let us see the time complexity in this case. So first we are building array. First we are building my prefix left array of size n, running a for loop for that to pre-compute. Also building my suffix left right array, running a for loop to build it. And then at last I am also I have to declare an answer array of same size. And at last I am running a for loop in my answer array, and I am just doing this prefix of I multiplied by suffix left of right of I. So you can see how much time it will run. Order of n, order of n, order of n, order of 3n. N is very large, 3 is very small, so multiplication we can simplify it to order of n is the time complexity. And what will be the space complexity here? Order of n, because we are declaring a array of n size. Did you guys understand? Let me know in the chat box. Then we'll proceed to the code part. Let me in the chat box how many of you understood this. If you guys have any doubt, then you can ask. Community participants are joining, but I don't think everyone is stand. So those Tell me those who are able to understand. Let me know in the chat how many of you have understood how I'm calculating the suffix array here. Let me again tell you how I'm calculating my suffix array. So this was the array 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. This is the size of array is n. The last element's index is n minus 1. We all know that. For this, you know that nothing is present on the right side. So we have to already calculate. So suffix of n minus 1, it should be 1. So I'm writing here 1 only. Now I'm running a for loop from last second index till my first index. Now for this element, I have to calculate the product. So whatever is the product till now, which is S of n, so SF of I will be, so this is my I standing here, it will be SF of I plus 1, which is the product till now, right subarray till now 1 multiplied by its previous element, which is 4. So this will give me, till now the product of the element on the left is 1 only, right is 1. So it will be 1 multiplied by 4, 4. So here I will write 4. Now I will move my I here, calculate this. So what is the product of all the elements till now, which is 4? Product of all the elements till now on its right side is 4 only. Okay. Because I can see that the product of all the elements till for this element, product of all the elements till now is 12. But we have not calculated it till now. We only know the product of elements till here. Because in this we have not included my 3 na. Here I have not included 3. So it will be only included when we are calculating for this. So when my I reach here, then what will I do? I will pick this 4 and multiply it with my previous element, which is 3. So SF of I, this is SF. SF of I will be SF of I plus 1, which is, where we are here, SF of I plus 1 is 4. Multiplied by my previous element, A of I. This give me 12 and I store it in my SF of I. So SF of I, which is here, it is 12. Now I'm calculating for this. So similarly for finding this, I will be SF of I plus 1. So which is product of all the elements till now, 12, multiplied by including this element also, 2, A of I plus 1. So here I have to write plus 1 here, oh, sorry, which is 2, which give me 20. Now are you able to understand? Who asked the doubt? Okay. If you, how many of you have understood this question? Let me know in the chat. Okay, take the break of 5 minutes. However, only 1 hour has passed. Like, sorry, 9, from 9 we begin, na? 9 to 10:30. Okay, 1.5 hour. Order of one space complexity. Okay. Hmm. Yes. No, no. Let me think. How can we do it? Yes, we can solve it in order of one space complexity. In that case, what we will do while calculating our answer, instead of already pre-computing it, we can use two variables and we can just find the product and then update our answer. In that case, we are not using loops. We are using just products. We can solve it in order of one space complexity. Without calculating the computing this array, we can include it in our array. You can say product only. But we have to compute at least one product. At least either we calculate the prefix sub products or suffix products. Suppose you have calculated the products prefix products. Now now what you will do, you will just reverse it. So for the first element it was 1. So you have to multiply. You have to first calculate the suffix products for that. First you compute 1, then you can do it. Assessment. So whatever that you have been taught now, like sliding into techniques, you have been taught prefix suffix sum arrays, you've been taught array list, dynamic arrays, okay, two-dimensional arrays you've been taught. So that will come from that only. So in C++, I don't think where they are, like which topic is currently being taught there. So don't compare the questions. Don't expect the questions to be similar as of the students who are taking the C++ DSA course, okay? Because we are not going in parallel with them. So the questions will be same to what we have taught you all. Because, okay, okay, they have started recursion. Okay, from Monday we will start recursion. No problem. Or what we will do, we can, yeah, from Monday we can start recursion. Okay. And don't rely on the whichever in the course you are the curriculum. Don't rely on the curriculum, okay? Because we are not going parallel with the curriculum also. We are just going with the flow. Because if we just simply run, and if you are not, you guys are not able to understand, then what is the benefit of following the curriculum? Understanding. So don't think that today, yeah, I know that today was the introduction to recursion. So we have not done that because from our side, we thought that the practice of these questions was missing from you. Understanding? Okay. Just give me a time, I will give you some more problems. Are you guys understanding? Why I'm saying that please don't follow the curriculum. Curriculum was designed by some other guy, but we guys are different. So don't rely on the curriculum. We will complete the topics. See, some questions are available on your course. Just take 5 minutes. Till then, you can say, collecting some questions, and then I will send you some questions to practice. So send the code. Okay, I will send the code. One more thing that someone asked that how to solve this in order of one-time complexity, space complexity. So guys, I'm telling every one of you that this can be solved without using extra space. So this is your homework. How can you solve this without using any extra space? Given you one suggestion is that you first calculate some prefix or suffix. Like in one loop only, you have to calculate this prefix and suffix and update your answer one by one. So you can, this is your homework. I'm sharing the code till now. Giving you 5 minutes of break and not break. Those who don't want the break, I can share one more question. They can practice till now. So wait a second. Begins, learning. Yesterday I gave you two problems. You can ask if you have any problem on in that. And till now I'm giving one more problem. You can try this problem. This is a very famous problem. And one more question is similar to that which was asked in Amazon interview of one of my friend yesterday. Maximum circular subarray sum. Okay. This is a cadence algorithm question, and based on that, one more question is that maximum circular subarism, which was asked in the Amazon interview of one of my friend yesterday. First, you have to understand this cadence algorithm. Okay, what is asked here? Given an integer array, you have to find the contiguous subarray containing at least one number that has the maximum sum, and you have to return that sum. Yeah, I'm giving that link. So this is a hard, difficulty level is hard. Don't directly jump into the question. I'm just giving you for the reference. First, you have to understand this cadence algorithm. By understanding this question means don't just understanding, just thinking how from scratch it is. Try to read this problem quickly. So you are given an array. You have to find the contiguous sum of the subarray. At least one number is present there, and you have to return the maximum sum. From this example, maximum subarray sum is 9 of the elements 1, 2, 3, minus 2, 5, which is a contiguous subarray. Contiguous subarray means the subarray should not be discontinuous. It should be continuous. Share this also. You can try it later when you have the strong hold of this. Don't try it now because you will not be able to do it. You can learn, however. So let us see what is asked in this question. In particular, you are given an array that can contain, suppose it is not containing any negative numbers. Let us see, it is containing only positive numbers. Now, do you guys know what is a subarray? Subarray is the continuous segment of the array. So if I write 1, 2, 3, then 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 3. These all are the subarrays of this array. Okay. Now you have to tell me, you have to give me the sum, maximum sum of any contiguous subarray. Be it 1, be it 1, 2, beat 1 2 3, beat 1 2 3 4 5, beat 1 2 3 4 5, beat 3 4 3 4 5. So if you are given an subarray of size 1 2 1 2 3, then how many subarrays are existing? 1 1 2 1 2 3 2 2 3 3 6. So if n is the size of array, then 2 raised to the power that many subarrays existing. Okay. So out of all these subarrays, I have to return the maximum sum. So one of the approach is to calculate the sum of each and every subarray. How will we do that? I will just run a for loop from I is equal to 0 till I less than n, I plus plus. First I pick this element, then I will find the sum of 1 plus 2. Then I will sum 1 plus 2 plus 3. Then 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus, then 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. So I will pick this element, I will run a for loop from here, and I will calculate the sum. For each subarray it is asking. So for I will take the ending point of the subarray starting from this, ending point this, I have to calculate the sum. And starting point this, ending point this. So for j is equal to I plus 1, j less than n, j plus plus. Don't spam in the chat. Renuka Swami, Aquaman. So what will I do? First I will create the first and the last element, and I will calculate the sum between them. So for picking the first element, I am running the first loop. Then for running the loop, doing this. Now I will run again a for loop from k is equal to I till k less than j plus plus. So this is my starting index of subarray. This is the ending index of the subarray. So if I am taking this subarray, this and this. So now I will calculate it sum plus equal to array of k. Starting from here till here, I am calculating the sum, and I am also maximizing it. So time complexity in this case will be order of n cube. Yes or no? Because we are considering each and every subarray. We are considering each and every subarray. Yes or no? Suppose I is here, j is here. So my k will run. K will run from here, 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 here. Then again I will update my j. J is here. So my k will again run from here to here. Then I will update my, again I will update my j. So my k will run from here to here. After j has ended, I will increase my I. So I was here, so it will be here. Now j will be here. See, imagine what is happening here. First my I is here, then my j is here. Now my k will run. K will run from I to j. So it will calculate sum of this. Now I will increase my j. My k will run from here to here. So the sum from here to here will be 6. Now I will increase my j. Calculate the, run another loop from I to j. So its sum will be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, which is 10. Again I am increasing my j. Again I am running my k from I till j. So how many loops are occurring? 3 loops, order of n cube. Now, how can I optimize this? Yeah, j is equal to I, because we have to include that element also, because even a single element is called a subarray. Okay, so what we can do first, we have to eliminate this loop. So what we can do is we can just as we have to calculate, find the maximum sum. So what we are doing here, 1 2 3 is here. So 1, then 1 2, then 1 2 3. So we can directly calculate the sum here only without using this. If I exclude this, then first my j is here, I is here, j is here, then j is going here, then j is going here. So I am calculating the maximum sum. Now, once my j is ended, this means I have calculated all the possibilities for this. So now I will increase my I, and my j will be from here. So I and j are same. So the sum will be 2. Then I will increase my j here. So the array will be 2, 3. Once my second j loop is ended, which means I have calculated all the possibilities for my subarray starting from 2. So I will increase my I, j will be here. So I will again calculated the sum 3. So correspondingly, I would have calculated the sum for each subarray. And this will be the maximum sum. So I don't need to run this loop. Time complexity in this case will be order of n square. Understanding? Yes or no? Now, now, what will happen is it will work for positive integers, but it will not work for negative integers. Okay. Sorry. Before coming to that point, I have to further optimize it. This is order of n square. How can I optimize it in order of n? That is where the concept of cadence algorithm comes into place. See, what was happening till now, we were taking only the positive integers. We know that if we are given an array of all of them are positive integers, 0, 0, suppose it is 0 only. It is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Then what is the maximum sum of any subarray? What is the maximum sum of any subarray? Just tell me that. If we are given an array, every element is 1. Then what can be this is of a size, you can say 6. What can be the maximum sum of any subarray in this question? 6. Yeah, whichever is the length. Yeah, completely true. If the length is 6, then I know that this is one possible subarray. This whole array can be a subarray also. So if I know that everyone is positive, then I will just calculate the sum of each and every element. Yes or no? I don't have to calculate the sum for this, then sum for this, then sum for this, and then some, then take the maximum. Yes or no? I will just take the complete array and calculate its sum and return my answer. Yes or no? If it is containing only positive numbers. Yes or no? Now the point comes that what if it contains the negative values? Then how will you go with the flow? If it is it is having the negative values, then our answer will be changed. Okay. Then suppose it is containing -1, -2, -3, +1. So then the sum for this will be -1, -1 plus -2, -1. Here it will be -1, -1 plus -2 plus -3. It will be 5, -5 plus -6. And I have to take the maximum of that also. Maximum of that. So -1 in this case, it will be -1. So when if I'm doing this, I'm dry running for this, okay? So it is starting from the first element only. Starting from the first element, it is taking na. So it is taking -1, then -1, -2, it will be -1. -1, -2, -3, it will be -6. And also I'm calculating the, see, it is getting like this. I will write it better. -1, -2, -3, 1. If I go with the previous logic, which is taking the element and then running the for loop till end. So if I take the first element, it will be -1. So the sum will be -1 only. And the maximum sum will be -1 till now. Now I is here, j is here. Now my j is here. I will have to take these two elements now. -1, -2. Their sum will be -3. Out of -1 and -3, which is maximum -1. Now my j will move here. -1, -2, -3. Their sum will be -6 and maximum will be -1 in this case. Now I take different -1, -2, -3 and 1. The current sum will be 3, 5, 6, -5. And my maximum among -5 and -1, which is maximum, -1. Similarly, take then my j loop has ended. I will increase my I. I will be here. J will be here. Now I'm taking -2. Its sum will be -2. Maximum of -2 and current maximum is -1. Similarly, I will go for every possibilities. So what you will notice is that your for negative values, it will not give you the correct answer. Okay, understanding my point. So that is why the cadence algorithm has come into picture. See, however, it can give you the maximum. I think it will give you the answer, but it is taking order of n square, na? Sorry. Yeah, it will give you the answer. Okay, so 1. So it will be -5. Here it will be -4. It will be -3. Here it will be -2. Here it will be 1. Maximum is -1. -1, -1, -1, -1, 1. Yes, out of 1 and -1, it is giving the maximum answer 1, but it is taking order of n square. So, but we have to reduce it into order of n. So if you were given the all the positive numbers, then how you will convert this code into order of n? You will just run a single for loop and you will just sum all its value. You will just do this if my current sum is less than sum, then I will update my current sum. Or you can do like this. If I know that everyone is positive, then I can just, I will do this and then Suppose my total sum, or you can say max sum, is equal to -1. So I will take the maximum of them. Maximum of max sum will be maximum of max sum, comma sum. If I know that everyone is positive, then I will just need a single for loop, yes or no? I don't need to run two nested loops if everyone is positive, yes or no? If I know that everyone is positive, then I will just have to run one loop. But in this case, what will happen? Your negative test case will fail. Suppose -1, -2, -3, and 1 is there. So if you try run this, then I is equal to 0. You take sum will be -1. Out of maximum sum and sum, your maximum sum will be -1. Now I is here. So you will increase your sum plus is equal to -2. So earlier it was -1. -1 plus -2, it will be -3. And you will update your maximum sum among -3 and -1. It will be -1. Then for when I is here, your sum will be -1 plus -2 plus -3. It will be -6. And your maximum sum will be maximum of previously what was that? -1. -1 comma -6, which is maximum -1. Then your I reaches here. Your sum till now will be -1 plus -2 plus -3 plus 1. It will be -5. And your current maximum sum will be maximum of -5. And your previously what was maximum -1, it will be -1. So if you apply this logic, then your maximum sum will be -1. But we can clearly see in my array, the maximum sum here, it will be 1. So this is how your test case will fail if you are given negative values. Okay, this is the cadence algorithm only, but it is for positive. So now I have to deal it with negative numbers. Will I do now in this case? I will apply the same logic here. I will apply the same logic, but if my sum is getting negative, here what was happening, I was calculating the sum from starting na. First it was -1, then my sum was -3, then my sum was -6, then my sum was 5. Yes or no? I was just doing prefix sum only. This is simple prefix sum. Have you forgotten? -1, then -1 plus -2, -3, -3 plus -3, -6, -3 plus 1, -5. This is only prefix sum what I was doing. Now what will I do? Whenever my sum is become negative, then I am not even considering that. If my current sum is becoming negative, I am not considering it. Instead, I am just imagining that instead of negative, I am just assigning it that you are 0. You are not negative. You are a 0. Understanding? If my sum is becoming less than 0, I am assigning it back to 0 and then taking the maximum sum. Understanding? And before that, I am calculating the sum as usual, the prefix sum method. Understanding my point? Are you able to understand this? Do you get my point? If it is giving me less than 0, then I am just neglecting it. Let's try run on this. -1. This was my array. -1, -2, -3, -1. Now, the sum will be first -1. So it is negative. So I am just doing that. It is 0. Now, I am again calculating the sum for this. 0 plus next element -2. It is again negative. So I am just writing here 0. Now, current 0 plus the next element -3. It is negative. So I am just writing it as 0. Now, current sum is 0 plus the next element 1, which is not negative. So I'm just adding simply just like prefix sum. And also in each iteration, I am also maximizing my answer. Understanding this? Are you guys understanding this? Yes or no? -1, -2, -3, 1. This is my array. Earlier, what I was doing, I'm just doing simply sum. So it was -1 before, then -3, then -6, then 5. And I was taking maximum sum each time. So maximum sum till now is -1, till now -1, -1, and maximum sum till now is 5. But this is incorrect because I can see the maximum sum can be 1 only. Maximum sum can be 1 only in this entire array. But using the previous approach, the previous approach in which we thought that everyone was positive, because this will give you true when everything is positive. Suppose 1 2 3 1. Please everybody focus here. This is the last time and you will surely understand this. If everyone was positive, then my sum would be 1. 1 plus then sum would be 1 and maximum sum would be correspondingly 1 till now. Till now my sum will be 1 plus 2 3 and maximum sum is 3. And here the sum will be 3 plus till now 3 plus 3 6 and maximum sum till now will be 6 only. Till now maximum sum will be 6 plus 1 7 and maximum will be 7. So this was giving my correct answer for positive integers. But for negative integers, here you can see it is giving me maximum sum as 5. Oh, sorry, I made a huge mistake here. Not 5 it is giving me. So -1, so -6. -6 plus 1 will be -5. Okay, so and my maximum sum will be -1 and -5, which is maximum -1. So it is giving me this answer. Out of them, which is maximum? -1. So -1. But I can see the maximum sum is 1 in this array. So it is failing for this. So now what I have made corrections? What corrections have I made? Again, I'm calculating sum and again I'm calculating maximum sum. Here, sum till now is -1. So whenever I'm getting sum which is negative, I'm not writing it as -1. I am writing it as 0. Okay, now not -1. Now 0 plus -2 is again -2. So I'm instead of writing -2, I'm writing it as 0 only. Now this current element 0 plus next element -3, which is again negative. So instead of writing negative, I am writing it as 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. Now maximum. Okay. Now correspondingly, I am taking maximum. Maximum till now is 0. Maximum till now is 0. Maximum till now is 0. Maximum till now will be 1. So this is my desired answer. Now everybody understood? Yes or no? How I modified my answer? Whenever I'm getting negative sum, I am just considering it as 0. Let me know in the chat how many of you understood. Let me know in the chat. and this will work for positive and negative both. And you can see what we are doing here. We are just using one loop. We are just doing this everything in one loop only. First, we are calculating sum. If it is becoming less than 0, then I'm rewriting it as 0 and then calculating the maximum sum. Again. Understood? Now what you can do, you can try to solve this maximum circular subarism. However, it is a hard problem. Okay, this is your homework. Questions like this can appear in the contest also. I'm giving you this as homework. Everybody, I have shared this link in the chat box. Once again, I'm sharing this. This has appeared in the Amazon interview. In Amazon interview of my friend yesterday only. Don't panic. What is circular subarray? Circular subarray is nothing if you are giving 1, 2, 3. So simply array was 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Circular means it can go reverse also. 3, 1 can also be a subarray. 3, 1, 2 can also be a subarray.
Também me liga. Yeah, no.
I will share the code for cadence algorithm. Hmm. Wait till now. Just wait 5 minutes. What will I do? I will share you some 2 to 3 good problems of sliding and 2 pointers. Okay. So wait for 2 minutes. Just wait. Note down these questions. Okay. This is the first question. Okay, oh, this is hard. Sorry. Wait.
आप इधर
Try this question. Minimize size subarray sum. What else that you can try is try this question. Yesterday also I shared two questions with you. This one is for two pointer. Try these questions. I've shared you five questions with you all. Try to solve this question.